all, Taylor Cobb here with another Adobe After Effects tutorial in which I'll be showing you how to place video inside text using the track map feature within Adobe After Effects to create a cool looking title like this one. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Alrighty, so in After Effects, we'll go ahead and start up a new composition. We'll title this Alpha Matte Title and set the duration to 8 seconds. Click OK. To import the video files in which we will be using, let's simply double click in the project panel and locate the videos on your computer. So here I've got the 3 videos I'd like to use and import, and now they're in my project. Let's begin with the video that we'll be using for our background. Select that video and bring it into our composition timeline. And to scale it down so it fits within our composition, simply click Ctrl-Alt-F, and that immediately brings it down to scale. With your background video layer still selected, click T for opacity and set the opacity way down to 25%. From here, we will type out our text by coming up to the text tool, click within your composition and type out Alpha Matte. Then from here, I'm going to change my text. And now at this point, scale your text and align to center. With your text layer selected, pre-compose by clicking Ctrl-Shift-C, and we'll title it Text, click OK. At this point, double click on the text layer. So now we just see our text. Select the Alpha Matte text, duplicate by clicking Ctrl-D, and now with our new layer, we're going to simply delete the word matte. Duplicate Alpha Matte one more time, and with this layer, we're simply going to delete the word alpha. Now that alpha is its own layer and matte is also its own layer, we can now delete the Alpha Matte layer, and so now each word is separate from each other. Select the alpha layer. We're going to draw a mask by coming up to the rectangle tool and draw a mask around the word alpha like that. Once we've drawn our mask, we'll add an animator by coming over here to the animate button and then select position and set the Y position so that it is outside of the box. So around 250. At this point, open up range selector, create a start keyframe at the very first frame by clicking the stopwatch next to the word start. Go to 1 second and 15 frames in time, and then create a second keyframe at 100%. Select both keyframes, right click, and make them easy ease keyframes. And so now here's the look that we have. Now that we've done that to the alpha layer, we're going to do a very similar thing to the matte layer. So go ahead, select matte, come up here to the rectangle tool, and once again, draw a mask around the word matte. Now add a position animator, but this time we're going to have the words coming from the top down, so adjust your Y position. Once again, that the words are just outside this box, and we'll go at a value of -250 as well. Open up range selector. Once again, set a start keyframe at the very beginning at 0%, go 1 second and 15 frames in time, and adjust that value to 100%. Select both keyframes, right click, and make them easy ease keyframes. So now here's the look that we have. And at this point, one other thing I like to do is offset the 2 layers so that the words are coming in at different times. So we'll take the matte layer and bring that 1 second in time. So now here's what we have. Now at this point, we are going to find the video that we're going to use for the alpha text. Click and drag that just so it's underneath the word alpha. And now let's take a moment to ask for your input. What other kinds of Adobe After Effects videos would you like to see me make? Or what other kinds of video editing tutorials would you like to see me make? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'd be more than happy to fulfill your request. Now with your alpha video layer selected, click S for scale and scale the video down so it fits within your text. And then click P for position and adjust its position so you have it somewhere where you think you're gonna like it. And you can always change this layer once we've applied the alpha matte to it. And then from here, what we need to do is come down to toggle switches and modes. Click once so that we can see the track map menu. And then with the alpha video layer, come over to track matte and click alpha matte alpha. And so now that video is within our text like so. At this point, I'm also going to adjust the Y position so we can see a little bit more of the waves. Maybe about right there. So now at this point, locate the video you're going to use for the matte text. Set that underneath the matte text layer. And like we did earlier, we'll scale it down to size. Also change the position as well. And then in the track matte menu, alpha matte, matte. And so then here is what we have. And one last thing we're gonna add before we go back into the main composition, click on toggle switches and modes, and then we're going to enable motion blur for the alpha text and the matte text. And so now you're gonna have a nice little motion blur to both of our words. At this point, we can go ahead and close out of our text composition and now back into the main composition. Select your text layer over here in Effects and Presets, type in drop shadow, double click to apply it to the layer. We're going to change the shadow color to white, set an opacity of 80%, keep the distance at 5, and then we'll adjust the softness to 5 as well. And one last thing is that we'll add a scale to our text. So click home on your keyboard to go to the very first keyframe. With your text layer selected, click S, and then adjust the scale to 125. Make a keyframe by clicking the stopwatch. Now click End on your keyboard to go to the final keyframe and change the scale to 100. Select both keyframes and we will make those easy ease keyframes. And so now here's what we have. Once again, thank you so very much for sticking around to the end of this video. Please give this video a like and tap that red subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. In addition, if you need to spend just a little bit more time here on YouTube, please consider checking out any of these videos off to the side. And without any further ado, have a good one.